NASA's event, and you came with a Tesla Model S. It looks like it's lowered, maybe?
Yes, it's actually Model 3. But yeah, it's got coilovers in it, camber arms, front and rear. Spoilers, which don't, actually do a whole lot, but they will cool.
Right.
We got 275s all around, and big brake kits. So.
Is this the first time you've tracked the car?
No, so I've gone to VIR actually last year and this year.
Okay.
Probably like 6 times now.
Okay.
And a few other tracks, but it's my first time here at Lime Rock with the car.
Okay.
And I haven't been to Lime Rock in 5 years, so.
How's it performing?
Great. I'm doing like 15-minute sessions at basically full power the whole time.
Okay.
There's a supercharger about 20 minutes away. Actually, it's like 15 if they're not doing road construction.
Right.
So I just charge there, top off here at the wall connectors, and I'm good to go.
Okay. So how long can you go without derating?
About 13 minutes roughly. So, from like 65 to 90%, the power is pretty consistent.
Okay.
Under about 65%, it starts to taper off, noticeably.
Yep.
And then it does, if you don't cool it down beforehand, it does start to overheat as well about 15 minutes in the session.
Okay. So it's a lot better than the Model S.
Yes, huge improvement.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, it was like, 2 laps and you're done.
Do you mind us asking what kind of lap times you're doing?
Yeah, so my best was 101.5.
Wow. Okay, that's quick. So I believe that you actually beat our record at VIR. What was your lap time?
So the best I've ever done was 208.49, I think.
Okay, so what next? We're going to be there at the Ultimate Track Car Challenge later on this month.
Yep.
And we have a new car and some improvements. We're only making about 175 horsepower.
Gotcha.
Obviously, we're a pure race car, but so it's an interesting comparison. So,
no, it's really cool because I do think that this is the future, and it requires extra legwork right now, right? It's not as easy
in the short term
filling it up at a gas station.
Yep.
But what I love about it is the lack of maintenance.
Yep.
And it doesn't cost me a lot to fuel it, so to speak. And honestly, like dollar for dollar, this is better than like a BMW M3.
Yep.
If you look at like the fastest lap times that a F80 is doing, this is pretty comparable for less money. So I'm really happy. I have no complaints with the car.
And your lap times here again are what?
It's a 101.49.
Wow.
5.2, something like that.
That's really fast.
Yeah, so the best I did with my F80 5 years ago was a 101.09. So I got to get that 0.4 of a second, then I'll feel good.
So what kind of wheel horsepower are you making?
So at the wheels at its peak, it's like 500 horsepower.
Okay.
But that's between like 40 and 60 miles an hour.
Right.
It's only got 1 gear, so the faster you go, it starts falling off.
Right.
So there's a noticeable drop off at like 110, I'd say.
Okay.
So like with the M3, which was modified, I was hitting just over 140 on the front straight. And with this, I'm at about 129.
Okay.
So it's not too far off, but obviously you do kind of lose it, but you make up with that instant torque out of the corners.
Now, if you were to back off a little bit on power, could you do a 20-minute session like a 103 or a 104?
I'd say so.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's interesting. They updated this. So there's actually a track mode.
Right.
And it lets you configure all sorts of things. So one thing I wanted was, limit the power a little bit because, even if you limited it 10 or 15%, you could probably stay out a few more laps. And, that way you can be more consistent with your line. Because the tough part I found is you got to adjust your braking zones as your power, decreases.
Right.
So it's hard to really go out and like every single lap do the same thing.
Yep.
So it'd be kind of cool to just pull it back a little bit, go out there, really get a feel for the track, and then, try to set a fast lap.
So you're done for the day?
Depends on the rain.
Okay.
If the rain holds out, I'll run the next session, which I think is at 240, but we'll see.
Well, we'd hope to get out on track with you sometime.
Yeah, no, it'd be really cool.
I think I saw you out there.